Hey guys, Memi here with a new challenge video. This time I'm going to be playing through Salt and Sanctuary. I'm going to be doing a weapon challenge. It is only whips, so first rule is only whips. Second rule is no throwing items, because it makes boss fights and just killing enemies way too easy. Buffs are fine though. Third rule is I just need to kill every boss and, well, obviously beat the game. Alright, let's get into it. Alrighty, so during character creation, we need to give our character a name, so let's give him a theme name. Whipping Time sounds pretty good. Next, we just build our character. Sex, hair, race, nothing really matters. The only thing that really matters is our class. We're going to be going with the Hunter because they begin with Whip, which already, well, it's a Whip only run, so we need to start with Whip. Starting gift doesn't really matter. I always pick Grasping Ring just for the extra salt. Makes things easier for leveling. Yeah. Alright, now we're just going to skip through the lore because who has time for lore? Nobody really cares. Make our way to the tutorial boss, the Unspeakable Deep. We totally beat him up. Yeah, we beat him nice and hard with our whip. Right now we grab our creed. We're going to be going with Devara for the heals and the extra defense it gives you when you drink it. We get through the Festering Banquet. We're just grabbing items. The only important item here that we really need is the Mending Ring. It reduces the wounding effect you take when you get attacked. We make our way on over to the Sodden Night skip. We make a 1, 2, 3 and jump. There, we skip the Sodden Night. Make our way to the Village of Smiles. Yeah, I play a little carelessly right here and I take my first death. Big whoop. We learn talking to strangers is not a fine thing to do. We upgrade our whip to get a little more oomph out of it. Then we just run around the woods collecting items and trying not to die. I tend to die here quite a bit. Like traps and falling to your death and stuff. I mean, it happens easily. Right here I die to some of the most bullshit. A slime traps you and an archer smacks you. Come back and grab my salt. Do a little bit of hardcore parkour. Get the Mossy Charm. With the Mossy Charm in hand, our attack speed is increased with our whip. We do a little bit of leveling. Our goal is to get to class 5 whips as soon as possible. And now let's go take on our first boss. The Mad Alchemist. Normally he gives me trouble, but found out that you can just stun lock him like crazy. Yeah, I just find out how fast you can just stun lock him with whip. Oh, anyways, he's dead. First boss down. Easy peasy. Now we move on to the Sunken Keep. In the Sunken Keep, we're not really going to be doing much here. We're just here to gather items and everything. Not really much to talk about here for right now. We buy the Dirk here. We are going to be doing the Castle Storm skip. I'm not going to be attacking an enemy, so I don't really count it as breaking the rules, but for next time, I'm not going to do this. The only thing we really want here is technically 3 items. We want the Mending Ring, which gives us passive health regen. Pretty good item, keeps us topped up. And the next 2 items are locked behind the next boss, so let's beat him up. The Kraken Worm. He's big, his hitbox is annoying. He kills me quite a bit. I think he's the one boss that killed me the most in this entire run. I just keep getting stuck on his hitboxes and I can't roll through his attacks, but eventually I figured out his timing's better. And turns out you can beat his butt with a whip. I do end up using a weapon buff here to get some extra damage in here because I kind of forgot what his weakness is and all I have for a weapon buff is arcane damage. So I use that. Speeds the battle up a little bit. But eventually the worm does fall. After that we go get the brand Shadow Flip, which allows us to do wall jumping. Hardcore parkour, bro. After that we grab the Impin Charm, the Flame Charm. It allows our whip to do fire damage. Head on over to the Hall of Red Hall of Cages. Grab the Sanctuary. And then we move on to the Forgotten Dome. We don't really do much here right now. But I just grab the Sanctuary, set up a little teleport here so I can come back here in the future. That was a little note. That guy running at me scared me. Off to the Village of Smiles to beat up the Queen of Smiles. She's a relatively easy boss at this stage. My damage output is crazy high right now. Not the best, but it works. Get her down in one try. That's all that really mattered. Try on some fashion. I do a lot of exploring, so I cut a lot of the exploring out, but I'm just trying out some fashion to see how I look. Do quite a bit of leveling up, because again, I need to get to whip 5 in order to get to the in-game weapon that I want to use. We'll get there one day. Do some hardcore parkour and grab this amber idol for item making. And then we take on the Untouched Inquisitor. This boss is literally a joke. My damage right now is crazy. He really doesn't stand a chance. His attacks are easy to dodge. He literally only has like 2 attacks and you can just roll through them. Goes down first try. Easy peasy. I did a little bit of leveling and did a little bit more exploring and was like, you know what? Freak it. Let's take on the third lamb. Let's go. Right after I take on the Inquisitor, I go and take on the third lamb. Easy boss. His attacks are slow. If he charges up his big lightning attack, get behind him and smack him for massive damage. It's an easy peasy fight. He didn't cause me any trouble. A little clutch right there. Probably he would have killed me with that attack, but first try. Grab the third brand of the game, the Hard Light brand. Now we take on my most hated boss when I first originally played this game. The Tree of Man. This towering monstrosity looks tough, but in all reality, he's really simple. Well, it's really simple with the whips. I can reach all of his weak spots, get through all of his phases. On his final phase, you gotta smack his face and, well, head or whatever, the little red node. It's easy peasy with the whip. I didn't die once. Got close a couple times, but easy peasy. Do a little bit of exploring, head on over to the Ziggurat, and it's time to take on probably one of my most hated bosses in this game. The Dried King. I don't know what it is with old people, but man, this guy sure can take a beating. Apparently he was resistant to the whip. He's taking a lot less damage than the previous bosses, that's for sure. He gets me once. Technically he got me twice. I just forgot to get the second time he killed me. But on the third try, I figured out his patterns. He's easy. Turns out you can just stun lock him to death, like any good old man. With the defeat of the Dried King, we grab our next brand, the Dart brand, which allows us to do double jumps, kinda. It's more like a dash. We grab this mini sanctuary, then head on over to fight the disemboweled husk. This guy was a little tricky, a little sneaky start attack right there. He likes to fire his gun a lot, but the closer you are to him, it seems the easier it is to fight him. But when he shoots straight up into the air, all you want to do is just dodge away from him and just keep your distance until the attack is over. Other than that, you just roll behind him or take the shot to the face like I do. Other than that, he'll die pretty fast. Alright, and then after him, we head on over to the Mire of Stench. This place is a lot of platforming and a lot of stinky stuff and a lot of poison. The enemies here are a little annoying to get around, but it's not too much of a hassle. We take on the Stench Most Foul. He pretty is a foul thing. Too bad he dies too freaking fast. Holy cow, he gets obliterated. Oh, I forgot to mention I upgraded my whip. We now have the Scorch Manacle, I think is what it's called. It's pretty great. It does split damage, and a lot of things in this game are weak to fire. Next, we grab the Red Shift brand, which is the last brand in order we need to beat the game with. Alright, over back to Cran's Pass through the Red Hall of Cages. We go and take on another boss called, well, Ronin Cran. Honestly, this guy's a joke. He does a lot of arcane damage, and he seems to be resistant to fire. I don't really know his weakness right off the bat. But he spends half the time of this freaking whole fight AFK trying to boost himself. He can deal out some damage if you get hit by him, but like I said, he likes to buff himself, and he spends a lot of time AFK in the fight. Man, what is this, an MMO? First try, he goes down pretty easy. Now it's time for the first boss in a while that actually gives me some trouble, the Coveted. It's a 2v1 fight, but you're not fighting the ghost, you're fighting the axe. Their magic attacks are easy to dodge, but surprisingly, the magic is instantly tracking to my face because I'm bad at dodging. Round 2 goes way better. I don't know what was going on with the guy's AI who was swinging the axe around, but he just didn't want to let go. He kept doing the wind-up, which left him vulnerable quite a bit. Whenever he does slam down, though, be careful of the shock waves. My dumb butt can't get over it. Other than that, the Coveted becomes not coveted because it gets murdered. Yay. Alright, then immediately after the Coveted, we take on the Witch of the Lake. I kind of forgot they throw 2 bosses at you so quickly right here. I don't understand why. She's a bullet hell boss. She kind of obliterated me my first time. Second try goes a lot better. Her attacks are actually easier to dodge depending on where your location is. When he does her machine gun blast, don't stand in front of it. That attack, you want to run towards it and then away before it starts shooting its beams, and you can just jump right over them. The bats are easier to dodge. Just keep your distance, and then she'll go down. After a little bit of maze crawling, we move on to the next boss, the Unskinned. This is a tag team fight. They do kill me the first time, which is okay, I guess, because they're a little hard to dodge. The big guy will knock you around, and the mage will plant mines around the... They play ping pong with you, is what I'm saying. I decided to do a little bit of exploring, so I went to the Pitch Woods. I'm looking for a charred reliquary so I can take my whip to +7. Do some hardcore parkour. Alright, now we grab the charred tome. I called it a charred reliquary a little bit ago, so I apologize about that. Anyways, grab the mini sanctuary. Instead of going to upgrade our whip like a smart person would do, we take on Karstrahl. He kind of mixes you up a little bit with his stabs. Ouch, that hurt. I mean, I am only fighting him with a skirt and a hat on, so yeah, I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. He's a little bit more resilient than I thought he would be, but he does manage to kill me again. It's all about the timings, learn the dodges, and third time's the charm. Alright, round 2 with the tag team duo. The Unskinned, round 2. I decided to take out the Witch first because she's the easiest, or the Alchemist, or whatever they're called. And then the Unskinned soon follows afterwards. It's honestly not that hard of a fight. We make our way deeper into this labyrinth, and we grab a Shimmering Pearl, which then in turn we can make the not Searing Monocle, sorry, the Phoenix Tail, which is going to be our endgame weapon. It's a sword whip. Its heavy attacks are whip, and its light attacks are sword. Alright, now it's time for a boss roundup, starting with the False Jester. At this point in the game, he's a joke. He stands no chance against us. He dies really fast, but here's the whole fight for you guys to enjoy. His hitboxes are a little wonky. I don't understand them. Sometimes you feel like you roll through an attack, but you still get clipped by it. So, I don't know. He tries to fight me, but I ended up killing him. Easy fight. Well, for this point in the game. He's a little challenging when you are lower level. After that, we got the Cyclops. His attacks are a little easier to dodge, and, well, he doesn't really stand much of a chance because I believe he's weak to fire. Other than that, easy peasy. Moving on. Now we got the third to last boss of the game. That, I don't know how to say his name. Squid Dragon. He gets me a couple of times. Like I said at the start, it's been a while since I played this game, like years, so remembering his attacks are a little wonky. Yeah, lingering hitboxes hurt. Ouch. Third time's the charm, maybe? Nope. Yeah, he just sniped me. Fourth time's the charm. Yeah, the fourth time it goes a lot more smoothly. I understand his attack patterns a little bit more. Still managed to get hit by that. Almost died from it. Managed to get healed up, and it's an easy fight from here. Alright, second to last boss here. the Forgotten Kings. It's a 3v1. They do kick my butt the first time because I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here right away. Like, am I supposed to fight the knight, fight the mage, fight the king? I'm not too sure, but I get obliterated. Second time, though, goes completely different. I'm like, well, we got 3, and the arena's gigantic, so let's pull them away. The first one to fall is the king himself. He was really easy, just drag him away. Second one to fall is the mage, and the knight doesn't take long after that. He tries to put up a fight. I give him a chance to try and claim the victory from me, but, he falls too. Kind of forgot about this place, Mal's Floating Castle. So let's go beat up the magical butterfly thing. Well, she is a little tricky. Her magic seems to be sped up on the enhanced version of this game. I could be wrong though. But other than that, she's not really difficult at all. She goes down pretty fast. Now, time to take on the hardest boss in the game. I'm joking. It's the Soda Knight. I skipped him a long time back, and one of my friends had to remind me I had to go fight him still. Yeah. Alright, this is it. The Nameless God. Who's gonna win? My whip or a god? My money's on my whip. He has some pretty nice attacks up his sleeve. Some of the attacks come out really fast, and it's hard to predict which one he's gonna use. For that attack, magical barrage attack he does, I just recommend running away from him. Like I said, some of his attacks are kind of hard to predict, and this arena is really dark. I end up lighting my torch just so I could see in here. But other than that, he's not challenging of a boss fight. I would say the second to last boss of the game was more tougher than him. He doesn't even freaking kill me at all. He does get me down to my second to last or last heal. But again, I chalk it up just to being very rusty at this game. As you can see, having a torch makes this so much better of a fight. You can actually see him. But doesn't take long to kill a god, and by golly, does he submit to a whip. And there you have it. Salt Sanctuary beaten with a whip only. A couple of quick notes really fast is I technically failed this run. Like I said, I used a dagger to do a skip. I didn't mean to. I kind of forgot that broke the rule of my run, and I didn't really feel like restarting the run, so I'm just going to allow that one. I won't do it next time, though, I promise. Second, no, I also failed the run because I didn't kill all the bosses in the game. I skipped one, kind of forgot he even existed, so that's my bad. And third, I had a lot of fun doing this. Thanks to one of my favorite YouTubers, Backlogs, and another YouTuber, I forgot his name. I'll put his name somewhere on the screen. They got my interest going again for this game, and I forgot how much fun it was. I recommend giving this game a check out. I will be doing another challenge run here soon. Look forward to it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this one's a lot better than my last challenge run I did. I'm trying to get better with commentary, but we'll see how the next one goes. Until then, enjoy. Really fast, I'm just gonna chime in while the credits roll. I just want to say thank you, everybody, over on my Discord server and over on my Twitter, and the people who message me whenever I do make videos. Again, I'm not good. I don't have much time at all to do a video. I normally just sit back and like record like 30-40 minutes and do my best for each one. But I just want to say thank you guys for all the support and everything you guys say. I'm trying to do better each time I make a video. Anyways, thank you guys. Have a good one, okay?